Glory to God. Hallelujah. Just give the Lord a great big hand praise. Nobody but you, Jesus, for the rest of my life. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You're so good, oh God. You're so good, oh God. Hallelujah. No matter what you ever go through, just know that God is handling the business for you. God is taking care of you. God is making ways and He's opening doors. Glory to God. No matter what the pain seems like, God will break that cycle of pain. God will break it. He will break it. Break it. I want you to say, break it, Lord. And again, say, break it, Lord. And once more, say, break it, Lord. Just give the Lord a great hand. Glory to God. Hallelujah. You may be seated in the presence of God. What a mighty God we serve. Hallelujah. God is able. God is able. Surely He's able. In life, the Lord has placed a message on my heart on today, and the title of the message is Breaking the Cycle of Pain. Amen. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, breaking the cycle of pain. And what I want you to know is that life has a way, just like summertime comes, that you got spring, summer, winter, fall, all of these seasons, they come. How many know it comes around? And it's a cycle. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's a cycle. It keeps turning around every year. When summertime come around, everybody says, oh, it is sure hot. How many know every year it keeps doing the same thing over and over and over. And what the enemy will try and do is allow cycles in your life to keep going over and over and over. Don't it seem like just as you get over one pain, seem like something else come around again? Cycle. Somebody says a cycle. Even the pain try to come in cycle, just keep going around and around. And just when you say, I'm going to be over this, and seem like something else comes back up, and then keep going over and over. And many times it brings back up what you went through before. Some people, it could be relationships, it could be so many things that you do. Sometimes on jobs, you're on a job and you go through a cycle of something that, people bring pain into your life, and you realize that, now you're on another job. Now here it comes again. Seems like that cycle just keep showing up. How many know, I don't care where you go, you always find one knucklehead or somebody that always going to try to get in your face. Or somebody praise God. It's a cycle. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's a cycle. And just when it seems like you're over it, the enemy will try to bring something back up to remind you of what you went through before. But on today, we're getting ready to see the cycle of pain broken. Somebody give God. Somebody say, breaking the cycle of pain. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, enough is enough. Tell your neighbor, say, I've been through enough. Tell one more neighbor, say, neighbor, I've been through enough. Say, the pain is getting ready to be broken. Give God a praise. I don't know one, but God knows who it is, and God knows that He wants to speak to you on today. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, breaking the cycle of pain. And I want you to see that no matter what went on, and day after day, so many things keep showing up. See, when the devil robbed Adam and Eve and they surrendered it to the devil, and everything that was going so good, God put them in the garden. All they had to do was just show up. And everything, the water would come up and water the garden. Everything was just good. They just had to live. But along came the devil, and the devil got into the situation. And then, with all of that, here comes the pain. All right. One thing, and he told the woman that she would bring forth children, and she would bear in pain. All kind of things start happening. You say, well, preacher, how is this thing? Why is there so much pain in the world? Abel and Cain got together. Now here it is. And Abel, Cain slew his brother Abel. But God told him, He said, if you would do good, I would have done the same thing for you. How many know? Because Cain really got upset with Abel because he was doing good and doing right by God. And because he wouldn't do right by God, and he didn't get the blessing. So his confidence fell, and so he got mad at his brother because good things was happening for the brother. So he had to sue his brother. But this is what I want you to realize. Pain has a way. And people that hurt, they hurt other people. Let me say that again. So that's why you got to be careful when you hurt. Don't bring that hurt that you got on somebody else. Oh, somebody give God a praise. You don't try to hurt somebody else. Most people that have been battered and people that have went through a lot, even in their childhood, if you look at their background, see, sometimes that same thing that they say they would never do, they find themselves doing. Some people grow up in a home where they got alcoholics and people that drink a lot or misuse their parents or do all kind of things, and they grow up and say, I never want to be like that, man. And guess what? They find themselves being just like that. Because it's a cycle. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's a cycle. The very thing that you hate, that you don't like, that much you find yourself doing. You say, I would never drink like my dad. He drank so much until things were just so bad. And then they find themselves doing the very same thing. A cycle. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, a cycle. Some of them say, I would never hit my wife like my daddy would hit up on my mom. I'd never do that. And they find themselves in a cycle. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, in a cycle. A cycle of pain. Somebody say, breaking that cycle of pain. And you'll be surprised at the people that sit right next to you many times they hurt you. And they really can't tell anybody about how they hurt you. Somebody could hurt their feelings, you know, because they've been hurting relationships. And sometimes, you know, they don't know who to trust anymore. They got a lot of men get dogged out because of somebody else that done something in the past, so that man don't ever get a chance. Because he at a place that the woman said, I just don't trust men. And that's why you got a world of women now that they just doing other stuff. In other words, it's women with women and men with men, because some women say they don't trust men. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor. Say, God needs to fix the world. Or somebody give God a praise. See, and this is the thing that you got to understand. Somebody said, break it. The cycle of pain. And you got to get to a place that, you know what, no matter what happened in the past, give it to God. Amen. Somebody say, give it to God. See, the altar is always open. That's why you're able to bring it to the altar. See, some preachers don't stand up and preach it like it really is, because they preach according to the way people live. Now it's a new day. We just got to go along with what they do. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have to go along with anything. I go along with the Word say, because if I get outside the Word and I don't say what God said, then I'm outside the will of God. I want to stay with what God said. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, that's what counts. See, we got to get to a place and get back to the Word. Somebody say, get back to the Word. And I'm believing God that we're going to, you know, come into, whether it be an all-night prayer and fasting service, and just pray through until we see a breakthrough. How many believe we need to pray through until we see a breakthrough? Come back to the every night of prayer. Somebody say, every night of prayer. Praying until you see something move. Pray until you see the city change. Pray until you see your finances change. Pray until you see everything around you start to change. Somebody praise God. And the first thing that's going to change is you. I mean, no, that's the first thing that's going to change. Because you're going to look at things differently. Even though it's still there, you won't see it that way. You'll see what God is doing. Somebody say, I want to see what God is doing. This is what I want you to see. So tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, God is able. Tell one more neighbor, say, neighbor, God is able. Tell a neighbor like you really mean it. Say, neighbor, God is able. Now watch it. I want you to pay close attention to how God is able to move things around, and God is able to fix it. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, surely He can fix it. If you would open up your Bibles to Luke chapter 4. And the title of the message is Breaking the Cycle of Pain. When you look at Luke chapter 4 and watch how Jesus, some things He had to deal with. And we're going to start at verse 14, because if you go at the beginning, you'll see how, you know, Jesus was on the scene and the devil tried to, you know, bring him to a place where he bowed down and worshiped him, but Jesus wouldn't stand for it. Jesus said, I'm not going to let the devil, you know, cause, you know, things to happen where I try to bow down to him, because I come to break it. Somebody say He come to break it. How many know Jesus come to break? Amen. See all the pain that you've been going through? How many know it's getting ready to be broken? Oh, somebody praise God. See, many of you say, but preacher, you don't understand. I let God down. But I don't know God still loves you. Amen. Oh, somebody pray, God still loves you. Look at your neighbor's neighbor, God still loves you. See, do you think that God don't know all about it? See, some people think that they're hiding from God. I know God knows everything about it. There's nothing hidden from the eyesight of God. With God knowing everything about watch it. Let me tell you what God said. He still loves you. Right. Somebody praise God. Now that's an awesome thing to know, that God still loves you even after all of that. Look at your neighbor and say, but he still loves you. Now what? And how many know God only wants what's best for you? How many really believe God wants what's best for you? Right. Now I'm going to show you how Jesus handled this thing when all that he was doing, and you know, he stood and he tried to help everybody, and the devil tried to make him bow down. He had been in the wilderness, and many people, the minute it's time for you to go to the wilderness, that's when some people give up. Oh, I quit. I mean, I can't take no more of this. I don't want to have to go through nothing. But this is after Jesus came. But if you want power, you keep saying you want power. See, the only way you're going to receive that power is after you've been to the wilderness. See, when you're going to get that power, you come out of the wilderness. See, you might seem like you're going through some hard time, but the power is rising. And you look at your neighbor and say, let the power rise. And this is what Jesus went through. When you look at Luke chapter 4, verse 14. And the Bible reads, it says, and Jesus returned where? In what? In the power of the Spirit into where? Galilee. It says, and there went out a fame of him through all the regions round about. In verse 15, the Bible said, and he taught where? In their synagogue, being glorified of all. And verse 16 said, and he came to where? To Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogues on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, this is what they did. This is what they would do all the time. So it was a custom. Tell your neighbor, say that this is how they did it. Now, this is what happened. Now, when he got up there, the Bible said, and when he got into the synagogue, he stood up for to read. It says, and there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written. Now I want y'all to read it with me. Verse 18. What was written in that book? The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Is where? Is upon me. Now go ahead, let's read it. Because he had anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted. Go ahead. To preach deliverance to the captives. All right. And the recovery of sight to the blind. Go ahead. To set the liberty them that are bruised. Now go ahead, verse 19. To preach the Lord. Now Jesus preached this. He got up and he read it. Now everybody else was reading. All the ministers got up to read it. But when Jesus read it, it was with such authority. Because now he had been to the wilderness. That's right. Now he wasn't just talking about it. See, it's one thing somebody could say when they're reading the Bible. But now Jesus was getting ready to walk this thing out. He said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. And you know what? He has anointed me. Somebody say, he has anointed me. Yeah. See, the difference is when you don't have the anointing, nothing be broken. Oh, somebody pray. No, nothing is broken. See, but this is the thing. The Spirit of the Lord, this is what he said. And the Bible said when he did all of this, when he got through telling them all of this. Now, they're listening now. This is where he grew up. Everybody knew him, Brother Mark. All the people, those that used to call him Junebug or whatever the little nickname they had, they all know him, you know, from when they used to, you know, play marbles or whatever they played back then. But now, they listen and tell them, all they can think about in their mind, I know him. Something like, that's not the same one that we used to play marbles with, something different about it. That's why when you get filled with the Holy Ghost, people don't know you like they used to know you. Somebody praise God. Something different takes place. And now he was filled with the Holy Ghost. Somebody say filled. Yeah. Now watch. This is the thing that took place. And the Bible said when he got through reading this, what did he do? He closed the book. And the Bible said he closed the book and he gave it again unto the minister. And what did he do? And sat down. And what? Sat down. And what happened? And the eyes of all of them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. So now y'all thought that Tupac made that. All right, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. Jesus, a long time before Tupac was born. That's right. How many know Jesus said all eyes was up on him? Somebody praise God. They was telling you what took place. Somebody give God a praise. Thank you, man. All eyes, somebody said, was up on him. See, this is the thing, because the reason it was upon him, because all of those that knew him, they said something different about him now. Now he's reading this, and we always, would read it, but now it's like with such authority, with such power. somebody said, something getting ready to happen. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, get ready. Something getting ready to happen. You got to understand that Jesus was reading this with power. The Bible said, and he handed the book to the minister, and he sat down. You know what? When he got through reading, I'm sure it touched all of their heart. It's like that word came forth and penetrated their hearts. So the Bible said all eyes were upon him. Now watch what took place. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, get ready. The Bible said after he closed the book, the Bible said all eyes was fastened on him. In verse 21, the Bible said, and he began to say unto them, he said, this day is what? It's this scripture fulfilled where? In your ears. The Bible said all bear him witness and wondered at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, is not this Joseph's son? All right. See, they didn't understand. They couldn't, receive this. Now they're in a place that we know him. But he's saying all of this, but it's not this Joseph's son. Amen. And that's what people want to do. Hurry up and put you to where you used to be. Look at verse 23. And he said unto them, you will surely say unto me this proverb, physician, heal thyself. Whatsoever we have what? Heard. Whatsoever we have heard. He said, done in Capernaum, do also here in thy country. I'm almost through. He said, and he said, verily I say unto you, no prophet is what? Excepted where? In his own country. I want you to understand something. You see, with the anointing that's on your life, anywhere else you go, people would be, amazed. Man, look at the anointing upon his life. Except for in your own country, in your own hometown. People that know you, because see, their mind is set back on what you used to be and where you grew up. See, so you see now when you get to a place where the anointing is so strong, see others that don't know anything except the anointing. They know it's something about you that's different. And they understand that this is power. Somebody said power. Wow. Now watch, I'm going to show you something. You see, T.D. Jakes, he preached in Virginia, West Virginia, in the hills of West Virginia, and taught, many of the people. But guess what? It was a lot of the people that he grew up around. And many of the people, they were used to him. Oh yeah, well that's, Thomas' son and this. They all knew his daddy, knew his mama, the teacher, they knew all of that. But you see, he moved to Dallas. Now, the same message that he preached in West Virginia, he preached in Dallas, and they had droves of people that came around. Why? Because they didn't know him by what it used to be in that city. See, and this is the thing that you got to understand, that you see, your anointing is good anywhere you go. Amen. Oh, give God a praise. The anointing is good. Look at your neighbor, say it's good. But the difference is now, see, now that he got on TBN because somebody was listening, Paul Crouch was just listening at a certain time, and he heard a big guy preaching on that, and he heard the message, and he started giving them time up on the air. Somebody praise God. Now, many people, they look at it, well, because he's on the air. Now, and people listening, and they heard of the name, and they heard of the brother. Now, it just took off like a rocket. But understand, he said the same messages that he was preaching is the same message, that he preaches now. That's why I want you to understand that when God has something for you, look at your neighbor's neighbor, it is for you. Or somebody give God a praise. Tell your neighbor's neighbor, it is for you. Tell the neighbor's neighbor, God will work it out. I want you to grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, God will work it out. Tell the neighbor's neighbor, breaking the cycle of pain. See, oftentimes, some people, they don't even want to trust somebody after they've been hurt by them. I mean, that's how it works. Cycle of pain. Because they think that, some people go to church now. They're at a place because another preacher hurt them. Don't think that they don't come to church and they look at me in their mind and think that, I wonder if all preachers are like. I wonder if this preacher, hurt my feeling, or this preacher do this. See, but the only way your feelings get hurt is if I preach the word and you ain't living the word, it's going to get hurt. And if you're walking in your feelings, you might get hurt. But see, you got to get to a place that you love God so much that you're not walking in your feelings. You're walking by faith and not by sight. Somebody say, walk by faith and not by sight. And you can't let what happened to you in the past determines what you're going to do right now. Or somebody give God a praise. You got to let go. Somebody say, let go. When you bring it to the altar, let it go. Because if you don't let it go, that person as them and what they done to you. Let me tell you what's happening. They got a billboard in your head for free. See, and you got to pay for space. Or if you want to get a billboard or something, go on the highway and tell them, I want to put, a billboard here, or put my name up on here, put this, and you know what? You got to pay for the space.
That's right.
Now they got a billboard, you got their name and everything. You keep talking about them, you got them in your head all day long for free. They got free advertisement in your head. That's why you got to let it go. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go.
Let it go.
See, like that, they're not controlling you. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go. And you're not letting it go, and you think, well, they done me too much, I'm not going to let it go. You know what? Long as you're holding it, you're not hurting them. You hurting you. See, you got to let go, because when you let go, then God can bless you. Somebody, right? Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go. See, in other words, that as long as they think that you're thinking about them, they think that they're all of that. You got to get to a place that, you know what? With all that went on, you know what? Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I'm not even worried about you no more. Somebody give God a praise. Or somebody give God a praise. See, so don't allow them to be in your head. You can't even think straight. See, when you should be moving on, you're thinking about what somebody done to you. You got to get to a place. Don't go on your job letting them intimidate you. You thinking about what they done to you and all of that. You know what? You could use your mind to think about something productive. Yes. Say, you know what? If they don't like me over here, you know what? I could be thinking about where I could be. Somebody praise God. In other words, somebody gonna like it. Somebody give God a praise. Oh, somebody give God a praise. See, you gotta get to a place knowing who you are. Look at your neighbor, say, I'm somebody. Tell your neighbor, say, I am somebody. Say, God has blessed me. I got my own mind. I can think straight, and I'm gonna think, and I'm not worried about what you done to me. Somebody give God a praise. You gotta get up and move on. Somebody say, get up and move on. Because people are going to treat you like you treat you.
That's right.
If you walk around like you sad, they're going to treat you sad. Oh, now y'all really done got quiet. But you walk around and hold your head up and know that you somebody. Right? Because I know God made you and you somebody. You got to know who you are. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm worth something. I'm worth a whole lot. Tell your neighbor, say, I'm worth a whole lot. And whoever get with me, they could be worth a whole lot of witness. Somebody give God a praise. See, that's why you got to walk in and know who you are. Somebody say, know who you are. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, know who you are. You see, in other words, when you get to a place that you got to think of yourself as being who God made you to be, you are somebody. Look at your neighbor, say, I am somebody. See, you don't allow people into your life and try to break you down and then walk out of your life. See, you got to get to a place that I'm going to trust God. I love God. Guess what? Whatever it is. But God, I'm trusting you. Somebody praise God. How many ready to trust God? How many ready to break that cycle of pain? How many ready to break that cycle of pain? You'd be surprised. Some people can be hurt for months, some for years, and some for even longer than that. Some people still talking about what somebody did to them in 1970. And I mean, that's been a while ago. Oh yeah, my first grade teacher, she put me on my knee. Get over it. Get over it. She whipped me with that big paddle, and you're still breaking down for that. Get over it. The lady gone. Get over it. Somebody say, get over it. See, you got to get to a place that you trust God. And you know what? You say, God, guess what? When I was a child, I acted as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Somebody praise God. Right now, if you would be here on the floor with some marbles, shooting marbles on the floor, and then you hear you are 60, 70 years old, people would say something will be wrong with him.
All right.
Am I right or wrong?
All right.
Now, y'all looking at I'm preaching. No. But you see, when you was a child, you acted as a child.
Amen.
That's why you can't expect a child to be an adult.
Okay. That's right.
That's right.
People, a baby start crying or something, crying in church. Everybody looking at him like something wrong with him. That's what the baby do.
All right.
Y'all getting quiet. Babies cry. You know, baby, you can't be whipping them hard because they didn't wear their pampers.
All right.
That's what babies do.
That's right.
But now if they're 60, 70 years old, they still wet now. Something wrong now.
All right.
15, 16, oh yeah, you got problems.
All right.
Oh, Lord, it's quiet now. Ain't be sitting in church, ain't nobody, I don't know, that ain't happening. You gonna move up around out of here. See, this is the thing. So, but what babies will do, what babies do.
That's right.
And it's the same thing in the spirit realm. That's why people get saved. And some of, well, if they're a Christian, why are they still drinking? Why are they still smoking? Some of them are baby Christians. Y'all done got quiet. Because you've been saved a long time. And you ain't, you know, right now you ain't drinking your pina colada no more. But it took you some time.
That's right.
Give them a break. I seen them at church. Ooh, look, they in the club. Some of them still trying to get it together. I did not quiet.
All right.
But now, this is the thing. How many know some of them, they want to, find out how does this thing work? Because, see, if they're looking at your life and you keep on ridiculing them and putting them down, and the world keep on saying, come on, we're going to have fun. See, how many know the world will pull them faster than what you will?
Right.
But you got to get to a place. Somebody say, let it go.
Let it go.
Well, grab your neighbor by the hand. Say, neighbor, it's time for you to let it go. Tell the neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go.
Let it go.
And whatever you do, don't be in everybody else's business.
Amen.
Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, if you go break the cycle of pain, get out of everybody else's business. See, because, many times if you ask questions, don't ask nobody a question you don't want to know the answer. Don't ask them that question. See, a lot of times people ask people questions and stuff, they really don't want to know the answers. When they get the answer, they heartbroken. See, don't ask them that. Don't go around asking them questions that you really don't want to know the answer to. There are some things better left alone. See, I don't need to know all of your business. Somebody give God a prayer. If you need me to pray, I'll pray. And some things don't know, that's too much information. I don't need all your information. Some people not ready for all of that. Y'all done got quiet. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor. Say, whatever you do, don't try to get in my business. Just handle you. And I'm going to handle me. Or somebody give God a praise. Give God a praise. See, and I can guarantee you, see, and that's why, oftentimes people get to a place where they're having a problem because in their mind they're always thinking about what somebody else is doing. They don't ever try to figure out what they need to do. And most people that's trying to be in other people's business, they always got some business unattended. Or somebody brings God in the house. That's the reason why people walk around hurt. And they walk around with things up on their heart and things up on their chest because others done let them down. Whatever you do in life, don't look at the next person the same way you did with the last person. Amen. You see, you got to give each individual a chance to be who they are. Oh, give God a praise, right? That's a good praise. See, you don't make your boyfriend you got now, well, your man friend. Pay for what the last one done. If you got a boyfriend, that might be your problem. You need to be a man. But anyway, if you're a child, then that's all right. If you ain't no child, if you done got over 18, then so somebody look up and say, I say amen. But you got to get to a place that, and if they're acting like a child, you keep talking about they're acting like a child, that's what you got. You got a child think like a child, a child live like a child, is still playing little childish games. You thinking he's playing game, what he's supposed to do? You can well buy him a Nintendo set. Rather still playing games on the sofa. You got to get to a place in life that you walk with God. Somebody say walk with God.
Walk with God.
Take care of your business.
Take care of your business.
Grab your neighbor by the hand. Say, neighbor, take care of your business.
Take care of your business.
Tell another neighbor, say, neighbor, take care of your business. Say, leave other people's business alone. I don't know why I'm saying that. Somebody must have been messing with somebody's business in here. Somebody give God. Has anybody been in your business lately? See, this is what I want you to understand. See, you got to get to a place. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go.
Let it go.
Tell another neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go.
Let it go.
How many know they're going to have to pay for whatever business they got anyway?
All right.
How many believe that? See, now, put it this way. If you scrambling their eggs, you feeding them, you clothing them, and you're doing all of that, they ain't got no business yet.
All right.
Like they really is. Some people, they in mama house and they 40, 50 years old talking about, I got to go handle my business, and you ain't got no business yet. You get in your house and handle your business, buy your own eggs, get all your own stuff, and now take care of you. Somebody give God a praise. You give me a reason to be in your business. Now, why y'all get caught preaching this telling like this? See, and many don't understand. You see, the word is so true. Yeah. Being 18 don't make you have your own business yet. In other words, your business comes in when you take care of your business. Somebody take care of your business. If I gotta pay for it, then guess what? Now I'm in your business. Y'all getting quiet on me. Y'all just say, preacher, don't be like that. Don't be like that, preacher. No. See, you gotta get to a place. Look at your neighbor, get to the place. Tell your neighbor, trust God. Well, why y'all get quiet? Y'all just keep looking straight ahead. Nobody gonna never know. Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. But God is able. Somebody say God is able. I'm gonna know breaking the cycle of pain. Tell your neighbor, breaking the cycle of pain. And when you get to a place that you say, you know what, Lord, I just give it all to you. I'm not gonna let them keep hurting me like that. See, some people, if they don't push the button to hurt you, they will push that button all day long. When they see you coming, beep, beep, beep. They just on that button. They stay there's like a horn. They get on the horn. They see you coming. But if they get to the place where they realize you can punch the horn all day long, you ain't gonna touch it. I'm not gonna let you bother me. You could pass in front of my house and toot your horn. You know what? Praise the Lord. And when I get through walking in the yard with my anointing oil, I guarantee you ain't even want to pass in front of that no more, because the Holy Ghost is going to have some big angels standing. Praise God. See, how many know God is able to do it? How many know it's real? Tell your neighbor, say it's real. And I'm going to show you. Somebody said, breaking the cycle of pain. How many refuse to let somebody else be in your head for free? Oh, somebody praise God. Tell your neighbor, it's time for me to let it go. Tell your neighbor, let it go. See, and on the job, sometimes they do it on purpose because they're trying to make you lose it. That's right. They're trying to not only make you lose your job, lose your mind. They keep messing with you and causing all kind of hell to show up and all that. But you got to get to a place of saying, you know what? This is where I draw the line. Amen. See, it stops right here. Somebody said it stops right here. Breaking the cycle of pain. I'm not going through the same thing I went through last year. Somebody said enough is enough. Grab your neighbor by the hand one more time. You say, preacher, you got us grabbing people by the hand and doing all that. But look, tell them enough is enough. Say, I have been through enough. Say, I'm not going through that anymore. Say, tell your neighbor that you really mean it. Say, neighbor, enough is enough. Say, I've been through enough. Say, the pain has lasted long enough. Now God is getting ready to break that cycle of pain. Somebody praise God, that cycle of pain. Glory to God, glory to God. When you look at it and you say, well, God, what is it that's going on in my life? And this is what was taking place. The Bible said in verse 24, and he said, verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country. Verse 25, he said, but I tell you of a truth. Many widows were in Israel in the days of Elijah, when the heaven was what? Shut up 3 years and 6 months. When great famine was throughout all the land. It says, but unto none of them was what? Elijah sent, except unto Sarepta. It said, a city of Sidon, unto a woman that was what? A widow. How many of God knew where he was sending them? Right. The Bible said many lepers were in Israel in the time of Elijah. He said, now what happened? It says the prophet, it says, and none of them was what? Cleansed, saving who? Naaman the Syrian. It says, and all day in the synagogue, when they heard these things were what? Filled with wrath. Filled with wrath. How many know they were upset now? That's right. Watch, stay with me. We're going to see, because some things, when you preach the truth, some people are going to get upset. That's what the Bible said. They were filled with wrath. And verse 29 said, and rose up. And what did he do? That they what? Might cast him down headlong. Now, many people, you don't realize what it is to get thrown out of the church. Now watch. For preaching the truth. That's what he was doing. Jesus was just telling them like it was. And the Bible said it was angry. They wanted to thrust him out headlong. In other words, they wanted to throw him out head first. That's right. Now watch. Just pay close attention. The Bible said, but what happened? Passing through the midst mean to tell me they couldn't touch him?
No.
No.
He passed through the midst of them. And they couldn't touch him. He passed through them. Look at your neighbor and say, pass through them. He was really the one that was saying, like MC Hammer, you can't touch this. He really passed through them. Somebody say he passed through them. And how many know it was nothing that they could do? And the Bible said that he passed through them, you know, all the things that was going on. Passed through the midst of them by his way. It says, and came down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and taught them on the Sabbath days. It says, and they were what? Astonished at his doctrine. For his word was with power. It says, and in the synagogue there was a man which had a spirit of what? Of an unclean devil, and cried out with a loud voice, saying, what?
Let us alone.
Let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to do what? Destroy us. He said, I know thee, who thou art, the Holy One of God. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think the devil know who you are?
All right.
The devil knew who Jesus was. This is the thing. He said, what have you come to do to... See, you torment the devil when you get up. When you really walk with God for real, the devil is tormented. That's why some people get mad at you. You trying to figure out, man, I didn't do that one thing. See, but it's not that person. And you see, that's the difference. See, many people, you get mad with people. But let me tell you, if there's a spirit operating in that person, see, that's the thing that you casting out. And that spirit cannot stand when you recognize what it is. Amen. That's why some people, before you start to identify that spirit, they say, you know what, I don't want them to realize what's going on. And the devil don't really want to loose you. He want to hold on to you. The devil will just sit down and get quiet for a while. And then after a while, then you try to figure why he keep bumping you against the wall. Because he want to keep you. Look at your neighbor and say, he want to keep you. The devil is just like an old jealous husband. That's right. The ex is in Texas. And the rascal, you know what? Before anybody else have you, I'll kill you. That's right. That's sad. Yes, it is. Man, if she don't want you, just walk away. All right. How you want to kill her? Why you want to beat her? Man, you can't beat nobody to submission. How you gonna beat somebody unless you fighting with the MMA or whatever those wrestling? You can put them in a submission hold. But other than that, you can't make them love you. I don't get quiet when I'm preaching that truth. How many know? I don't care how many times you put your hands on somebody. And men, let me tell you something. You're not a real man if you got to put your hands on a woman.
All right. All right.
Oh, no, now y'all looking at me like, well, brother, you just don't know some of them women. Oh, no. But this is the thing. You got to walk away from it. Walk away from it. Oh, no. They swing hard like a man. Walk away from it. Look at your neighbor and say, walk away from it. Why y'all get quiet when I'm preaching the truth? Because anytime a man put his hand on a woman, I don't consider him a man.
All right.
Amen.
Oh, Lord. Somebody give God praise. Women are made to be taken care of.
All right.
Not to be. And most men that pull that stuff, when a real man steps up, he don't want to fight.
All right. All right.
Oh, y'all done got quiet on me. Why y'all get quiet? I pray God we don't have no women beaters in here.
All right.
See, back in the day they had those little t-shirts, they call them the women beating t-shirts, but we don't play that around. Right. Them little t-shirts. Why y'all look around like, well, preacher, what is a woman beating t-shirt? That them little white t-shirts that they get on the play on the movie. Y'all don't see them on the movies. But this is the thing. You got to get to a place that's not a real man. That's not a real man. Man, we got some sound out.
All right.
Everybody getting quiet. And women, don't ever think that you deserve that.
All right.
You don't deserve nobody putting their hands on you.
That's right.
Oh my God. Why y'all get quiet? So don't walk around thinking, well, maybe I did it. Oh, he hit me because he loved me. I done seen all kind of stuff on TV. They talking about he hit me because he loved me.
Right.
Look, love don't make you hit nobody.
Okay.
The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave. If he's not giving, if he hitting, that ain't God. Somebody give God a praise. That ain't God. Well, he just hit me because he loved me. No. You don't hit stuff you love. You hit people that you love. Oh, Oh, Lord, have mercy. Can I talk to y'all? Can I preach to y'all? Can I preach in TV land too? Glory to God. See, a real man ain't going to do that.
That's right.
So that's the difference. Somebody said that's the difference. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, that's the difference. That's the difference. Because if they started, they might say, oh, I made a mistake. I didn't want to do it. No. And you know what? If you make that kind of mistake now, you know what? It's not going to work. Oh, somebody give God a praise. Give God a praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And I don't, recommend violence. I don't teach violence. But this is the thing. That man ever raise up his hand and hit you, if they got a 2x4 or something in the house. She said, knock them out. Hey, preaching it said, somebody else said it. Let's give God the praise, amen. But I agree with it. Somebody said, just knock them out. And if you have problems, call, say, pastors and first aid, can y'all come and pray and get them up from the dead? If you know, whatever. Come and we can come and pray for him, He passed out, might be under the Holy Ghost, but I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all better tell him the truth. But we will pray for him, we will pray for him. Because his mind will be right by then. When I get through praying for him, Lord, just touch him. Just don't let it be a big hickey on his head when he get up. But Lord, just let his mind be right. Somebody give God a praise. How many know God is able to do it? Tell your neighbor, God is able to do it. Oh, somebody give God a big old praise. Give God a big old praise. See, and this is the thing that you walk in. Somebody say walk in. Walk in the goodness of God. Tell your neighbor, say, walk in the goodness of God. Tell one more neighbor, say, walk in the goodness of God. Okay, now I got on the men long enough. Now, to the women that be crazy, y'all do some crazy stuff. Y'all just need to stop that. Somebody give God a praise up. Oh, don't be crazy. I ain't gonna get one side, don't get the other. Because don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. I'm gonna start something and then act like, oh God, I'm so innocent. That's all right. I'm gonna pray for you. Lord, somebody give God a praise. I'm gonna pray for you. But how many know God is able? Tell your neighbor, stable, God is able. Tell another neighbor, stable, God is able. Some of the women, they're not laughing outside, but inside they cracking up, boy. They cracking up. Oh, you must have seen what I did to that house. But no, God is able. Tell your neighbor, stable, God is able. Grab your neighbor by the hand, say, neighbor, God is able. Come on, let me get to the end. Glory to God. We're going to get off all this violence. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Let's get to the end so I can show you that God, somebody say, God is able. Tell your neighbor, God is able. Somebody say, breaking the cycle of pain. One more time, say, breaking the cycle of pain. Tell the neighbor, say, I've been through enough. Now watch at the end of it, and I'm going to show you, and we're getting ready to go home. I'm going to show you how he's walking in power and all of the things, and even that unclean devil is cried out with a loud voice saying, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? He said, I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. Verse 35. And Jesus did what? Rebuked him, saying what? Hold thy peace and come out of him. I mean, Jesus just had to speak and he came out. The Bible said when the devil was what? Thrown him in what? The midst. He came out of him. And hurt him not. Somebody say, breaking the cycle of pain. Now look at verse 36. And they were all amazed and spake among themselves, saying, what a word is this? For with authority and what? Power. He commanded the unclean spirit. And they came out. And they what? Came out. Verse 37 says, and the fame of him went where? Out into every place of the country round about. It says, and he arose out of the synagogue, and what did he do? And entered into Simon's house, and Simon's wife's mother was what? Was taken with what? Great fever, and they besought him for her. Now some claim that Simon was the first pope. Just listen to me close, my Catholic buddies. Simon was the first pope, but think about it. But even with Simon, if he had a mother-in-law, that means they got married.
All right. That's right.
Read your Bible and see what I'm talking about. I am telling you, see, the Bible says, that's it. It said, and Simon's what? Wife's mother, that means that's his mother, was taken with a great fever, and they besought him for her. And he stood over her and rebuked the fever, and it what? Left her. And immediately what happened? She arose and ministered unto them. Now when the sun was setting, all they that what? Had any sick with divers disease brought them unto him. And what happened? And he laid his hands on what? Every one of them and healed them. And look at verse 41. It says that what happened? And devils also came out of many, crying out and saying, Thou art what? Christ, the Son of God. And he rebuking them, suffered them not to what? Speak. For they knew that what? He was Christ. And when it was day, he departed and went into a desert place. And the people sought him and came unto him and stayed him, the Bible said, that he should not depart from them. And he said unto them, I what? I must preach the kingdom of God to other cities also, for therefore am I sent. And the Bible said he preached in the synagogues of Galilee. Now we get ready to close. Somebody said chapter 5. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor, chapter 5. Are you ready to see the miracles? Or somebody praise God, are you really ready for the miracles? I preached to you on Thursday night when you take care of God's business. God take care of your business. You say, well, preacher, what do you mean? I'm getting ready to show you all something. If you just let Jesus use your stuff, all right, he gonna multiply. Watch now. You say, preacher, you got to show me this in the word. Show me how it works. Here it is that he only asked Peter, just let me use you. Give me that little ship. Let me just get it out just a little bit. Now watch, I'm going to show you something. Whenever you let Jesus use your stuff. All right. Y'all really quiet. See, I'm going to show y'all something that you probably hadn't seen. See, and look, you could be toiling, you're working hard, you're trying to do everything that you can. You're still in a cycle of pain. You got all kind of things going on, and you're trying to figure out why is it that it's not working. Let Jesus use it. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, let Jesus use your ship.
Let Jesus use.
Oh, somebody give God a praise. Let Jesus use your ship. Somebody give God a praise. Thank you, man. I want you to grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, let Jesus use your ship.
Use your ship.
Now, see, some of you so stingy. Oh, he gonna break my ship. I'll tell you what. Look, if you ain't catching nothing with it anyway, let him use your ship.
That's right.
Look at your neighbor's neighbor. Let him use your ship. See, he wasn't doing it. He don't want to take it. He don't want to have it. Jesus can walk on the water. Can I tell y'all that? He can walk on the water. He don't need a ship to travel. He can walk on the water. He walk over the water. But all he wanted to do was bless you. That's why he said, look, let me use your ship. And see, some of you don't realize, see, sometimes when God asks you for something, he's not asking you for it because he want to take it from you, all right? He want to put something in it. Amen. Somebody praise God. Somebody say, God want to put something in it. He will not take from you. He's going to give to you. Yeah. Right. You say, well, preacher, you got to show me. You see, because here it is, some expert fishermen. See, some of you some expert workers. You know how to work, all right? You make you some good money. You make you money, all right? But Jesus want to multiply. That's right. That's right. He said, I just want to try you right here. I'm going to see what you want to be willing to give up. Are you willing to let me use it? Okay. He said, I don't need it. I don't need to keep it. And you ain't got to worry. If he breaks something, he can fix it. I don't mind letting people stuff that I know if they break it, they can fix it. That's right. Y'all. See, people that break up their own stuff, it's kind of hard for them to do. And you don't take care of your own stuff. You know it's kind of, why you asking me that something like that? Can I use your car? And I see you jack yours up all the time, so it's kind of hard, man. You break up everything you touch. But Jesus, how many know whatever he breaks, he can fix it? That's right. And Jesus is not in the business of breaking it. The only thing he's going to break for you is the cycle of pain. You've been going through a lot. Somebody said enough is enough. How many know that cycle of pain is getting ready to be broken from off your life? Enough is enough. So here it goes. You say, well, preacher, show me how it goes. Some people stingy. They don't want to let Jesus use them. Right. Jesus said, well, you know what? I mean, I wanted to bless you. Well, look, give me $10. And let me pray over it and multiply. No, man, I need $10 because that's what that Whopper deal costs. I want to get that Whopper. I want 2 Whoppers. You know, see, in your mind, you thinking natural. Yeah, you gonna get your 2 Whoppers when you get to eat that. Probably before 6 o'clock, get here, that's gone. You're hungry again. But if you let Jesus use it, he will give you steaks every day this week. He will give you steaks every, oh, somebody praise God. He will multiply. Somebody say he will multiply. See, that's the problem. See, in your mind, you thinking little. But he want to bring you into big thinking.
All right.
And I'm going to show you that's what they were doing. See, there were some expert fishermen. It wasn't that they could not catch fish. But I'm going to show you, if you want to multiply your stuff, let Jesus use your ship. Right. You've been letting everybody else use it, and they bring it back on empty. They bring it back broke. They bring it back, well, you know, you tell them it wasn't making that noise. Oh, yeah, it was making that noise. No, you know it wasn't making that noise. So that's why, you know, you just go along with the program. You know what? I know one thing. I ain't going to let you use it the most. But Jesus, somebody said, but Jesus.
But Jesus.
I want you to grab a neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, but Jesus. I'm going to show you how he will multiply. Get ready for him to multiply for you. Why? Verse 5, and we're getting ready to go home. But I'm going to show you, you're not going home without it today. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's going to be in your hands. Y'all looking around like this preacher making that up. Let me tell y'all, I've been walking with God much too long. And there's so many things that I have seen in the Word. And I know when God is getting ready to do something, I already know it. It's already done. Look at your neighbor, say, it's already done.
It's already done.
Y'all, what you do, you study the messages. What is it that the preacher preaching about? When he start preaching about the blessing getting ready to overtake you, you can mark it down. Lord. Something getting ready to happen.
All right. All right.
Now, he didn't go ask nobody what he's going to have. Mark finna get ready. Marcy finna get ready. Shonda, everybody around him. But Joe getting ready to get another promotion and getting another job. Or money just getting to flow in on him. Call each one. Brother Jamal getting ready to do several other things. See, God don't have to do that. Brother Joe, he don't have to do all of that. In other words, when God says get ready to happen, you don't have to have a job at all. God, just go back and research and read what it is God been speaking through this prophet. God will always let you know. Amen. And God, the reason God will let you know, because he wants you to be prepared. Amen. Somebody praise God. I want you to be prepared. I don't see, when you walk with God for real, you don't have to try to think about what I said. So no. You just say what God said. Right. And God will let it show up. Right. Or somebody pray, God will let it show up. Now, when you look at chapter 5, and this is the thing that was taking place, and the Bible said, and it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret. The Bible said, and saw what? 2 ships standing by the lake. But what happened with the ships? It says, but the fishermen were gone out of them. And where were the fishermen? And they were what? Washing their nets. You know they wash the nets when it's over with. That's right. Wash the nets when they're through. How many know they were washing their nets? All right. Now watch something. Watch something. You said, preacher, if they're out of the boat and they're washing their nets, that means it's over with. Now watch. They're washing their nets. And verse 3 said, and he entered into what? One of the ships, which was whose? Simon's. And prayed him that he would what? Thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and what? Taught the people out of the ship. You see, they didn't have the microphones like we got now. You see how you could hear it going around. See, but have you ever been by water and you just in the woods or whatever, you holler, hello, hello, and then you can hear it just bouncing off the water? No, that's what he was doing. He was getting ready to get them an acoustic system on the water. Jesus, I mean, he could handle whatever he needed to handle. I mean, no, he knew what it would sound like. That's right. So now he wanted to reach the crowd, because the Bible said they were pressing up on him. They had a whole crowd. So he said, look here, Peter, he got in his boat and he said, cast it out. Let your boat go out a little bit. I'm getting ready to use this thing. Look at your neighbor, say, get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Now, the Bible said they had 2 ships, but he chose 3 ships. How many glad? How many know if they got other ships in and Jesus getting yours? How many know? I don't mind. Right. Want somebody to praise God. The Bible said, and he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Verse 4 said, now when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, what did he tell him? He said, launch out into the deep. And what? And let down your net for a draw. You know what he said? Y'all get ready to catch now.
All right.
Because you let me use your stuff. Somebody praise God.
All right.
Jesus said, my anointing has been on your ship.
All right.
How many know when you let his anointing on your ship?
All right.
They got some people got a whole lot of wisdom. Many times, you know what? When they get a vehicle, they come and say, Pastor, I want you to see my car. They're really smart.
All right.
They said, we just want you to come and just anoint this thing. Anointed. Oh, we anointed too. We love God and all that. But I know if you're anointed, something ready to happen. Right. Somebody pray, because something's going to happen. Right. Somebody give God a praise up in the house. God make a way. Somebody say, God makes a way. God makes a way. Y'all are not really quiet. But the Bible said that Jesus used the ship. And he said, now look, y'all, launch out into the deep and cast out your nets. Now, why is it that they was telling us that they had been fishing already? And they were washing their net. That means they didn't catch them.
That's right.
Now watch. You say, well, preacher, how is it? I've been trying all of this time and nothing been happening. Now because Jesus got in my ship and he gonna tell me to launch out into the deep. Now they could have got mad and said, look, you know what? We done been out there. Man, I know how to fish. You can't tell me nothing. Now watch. Look what they say. And Simon answering said unto him, what did he say? Master, we have toiled all night. We've been fishing all night. And what? And have taken nothing. He said, but nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. Now, you got to think about it. He said, we've been doing this all night. But only because you've given us your word, we're going to let it down. Now, why? See, in his mind, he looking at it like, well, you know, man, we expect fishermen. Now, here it is. Now, it's daytime. We usually catch a whole lot at night. We ain't been catching nothing. Go ahead on and launch out and drop our net. Now, this is the thing that happened. And when they had this done, what happened? They enclosed a great multitude of fishes. And their net break. Somebody say, you can get ready for some net breaking kind of finances coming your way. Somebody praise God. God is able to do it. See, he said, all I needed you to do is let me use your ship. I didn't want to keep your ship. I just wanted to use it. Now you're going to use that same ship and go back again and go launch out into the deep. Somebody give God a praise.
All right.
Verse 7 said, and they beckoned unto what? Their partners. That's why it's good to hook up with people that's going somewhere.
All right. That's right.
You know what? Because when that ship, it was so full that it was beginning to sink, they said, you know what? I got a partner out here. And he got a ship too. Hey, man, come on. Bring that ship. See, you got brothers in the church. In other words, now the money is coming so fast. God is blessing us so much. Look here, give them a call. Hey, look here. Can you get down right here? Somebody give God a prayer. You know how the women do when they got a good sale going on. They call everybody in the church. Hey, you know they got this. Hey, you know they got this. And they go on in. Somebody praise God and they get it. Somebody said they get it. And this is the thing that he started others to come and get some too. Somebody say, what a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Somebody give God a praise. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor. Breaking the cycle of pain. I'm sure the other ship, they was empty too. Think about it. Nobody was catching. Now, everybody catching. Somebody praise God. I'm going to know blessings is flowing down. Now, somebody said blessing after blessing. And the Bible says when Simon Peter saw it, what happened? He fell down at his knees. Go back to verse 7. Let me show you what happened to the partner. It says, and they beckoned unto their partners which were in the other ship, that they should come and help them. And they came and what happened? And filled both the ships. So that they began to sink. I mean, that's a whole lot there.
All right. Oh, yeah.
When you fill it up where it starts to sink, you say, you know, we can't hold no more.
All right.
We got, somebody said, entirely too much paper.
That's right.
Somebody give God a prayer. Back then it was fish, but now it's paper. Somebody said paper. Entirely too much paper now. Then he was getting ready to sink. The Bible said, verse 8, it said, when Simon Peter saw it, what happened? He fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, depart from me, for I am a what? Sinful man, O Lord. for he was astonished, and all that were with him, at the what? Draught of the fishes which they had taken. And the Bible says, so was also James and John, the son of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Jesus said unto Simon, what did he tell him?
Fear not.
He said, fear not. He said, from henceforth thou shalt what? Catch men. And when they had brought their ships to land, what happened? They forsook all and followed him. I'm going to know Jesus showed them something that blew their mind. I guess they say, I've been fishing all my life, and I have never seen this. I mean, no, Jesus made a preach out of that.
That's right.
Jesus said, you know what? Y'all been through enough stuff. Y'all been trying to fish. Y'all been toiling. Y'all been doing all of this here. See, now, not only, I want to show you how to do it. Now that you know how to do it. In other words, you done caught enough fish for a couple of years here. All right? Or somebody. He said, now you can take off. How many of you would love to be blessed enough where God done took care of you for several years? Amen. You count how much you make, but God in one trip, ain't blessed. Ain't blessed. Just bless you so that you know what, the next few years you can take off. Oh, somebody praise God. Just take off. In other words, somebody said, with me. With me. Because the pay come in front. Somebody praise God. How many know God is able to do it? See, you get up and say, I'm going to get up to go to work and make 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever amount you make, 80,000 a year, when God done gave me $1 million, and that's enough for a few years here. Somebody give God praise. And then you know what? And when you take that and you trust God with that, God will multiply it all. Somebody praise God. So that's what God wants to do in your life. How many know God is ready to do that? See, so when they thought about, that's why they fell down on their knees. He said, Lord, I'm a sinful man. How in the world? Because guess what? God could bless you with so much goodness. Until you just look at it like, Lord, I know I don't deserve all of this. But I just thank you. Because by Jesus going to the cross, you made me worthy of it. Somebody praise God. Somebody give God a praise. So day by day, just know, let him use your ship. Somebody say, breaking the cycle of pain. How many know it hurts to work all day and don't make nothing? See, they was fishing all night, didn't get nothing. I mean, that's a bad feeling. You mean to tell me you go work for several weeks and they don't pay you? That's what the fishermen, they were dependent on everything that they got. And then Jesus used your ship. And he caused everything to just flow for you. Get ready to grab your neighbor one more time. Say, neighbor. Get ready for an overflow. Get ready for an overflow. You grab one more neighbor. Say, neighbor, get ready for an overflow. Get ready for an overflow. See, God is working it out for you. God is working it out. Tell the neighbor that you're reading and see, God is working it out for you. I want you to understand something. No matter what it is, whatever business you need, whatever it is that you even have on your mind to do, when you let Jesus get involved. See, some people see, whatever business you ever get in, you got to be careful what partner you choose. If you ever have a partner, just make sure you have the right partner. So this is what, I'm reminded. Allow Jesus to be that partner. Say, Jesus, I want you partnering up with me with everything that I do. And whatever I have need of, I'm just putting it in your hands. And when Jesus is that partner, how many know he can work it out? How many know he can work it out? Because if you don't have the right partners, how many know one partner will always be trying to get a little more, trying to, get over some kind of. Not all, but I mean, that's why if you don't have the right partner, they got something that ain't saved. They can always try to, get over on you. But when you got Jesus hooked up in the middle of it, even if you get a partner, make sure they know Jesus too. Somebody praise God. Because Jesus is the only one that will keep everybody on the right path. Because if they don't have Jesus, the devil will speak to their mind. So just give Jesus a chance. Somebody say, give Jesus a chance. Whatever it is that you own, whatever it is that comes into your hand, give Jesus a chance. Try Jesus. Somebody say, try Jesus. And he will break that cycle of pain. They were going through pain by working and fishing, doing everything that they could. And they had toiled all night and taken nothing. And Jesus told them, let me use your ship. And then he told them, now launch out into the deep and throw out your nets. And the Bible said he made a catch. And no sooner than that catch where the ships were starting to sink, Jesus said, now I'm going to show you something even higher. I'm going to make you fishers of men. I'm going to show you how to catch souls like that. And this is the thing that he's done for them. So in their mind, they're thinking about, we don't have to worry about the money no more. Because all we got to do is stay with Jesus. Jesus knows where everything is. Whatever it is that we have need of, he got us. He's going to take care of it. So in your heart and in your mind, you got to know that Jesus got it. So don't be afraid to put what you got in Jesus' hand. Say, Jesus, I'm trusting you. I'm not worried about what everybody else says. I'm trusting you. You have never failed me, Jesus. I'm trusting you. And he's able to do it for you. Jesus is able to do it for you. And when you get ready to, I'm talking about testimony after testimony after testimony. You say, well, why did they put all of this in the Bible? So that we might know and we would understand. Over 2,000 years ago, all of this was taking place. And here it is, you fast forward, here we are now. We still reading about when you give it to Jesus, how he can multiply whatever it is that you got. So while every head is bowed and every eye closed, make sure that Jesus is in charge of everything that you got. Don't allow anybody to get free publicity in your head. Cut that all the way out and put Jesus on your mind.